Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Yevamot 7, which shows us that, as we say every morning in the beginning of morning services, that there are 13 basic principles that we need to know how to apply when it comes to the studying of the Talmud. And by understanding these 13 rules, we'll be able to get a glimpse as to the brilliance of the sages and how they derive different conclusions based on these concepts. So we've been trying to understand in general the concept of yibum and how is it possible that we would allow this to ever take place. After all, in the event that your brother dies and he has no children, so we allow you to marry his wife. Now, normally that's something which is against the Torah because that is what's called an ereva. There's actually 15 mentioned in our Mishnah, but nonetheless it's allowed. And the question is, perhaps we could actually derive from that to all 15 as well, that maybe yibum could be done for other erevas. And this is based on one of the principles of a davar shloi b'chlal, that if you have something which is in a general category, and then it's excluded, which is our situation, namely this woman who was married to your brother, and we allowed yibum for her, perhaps we would say that it's not only to teach about her, but when it comes to all the other arayos, it should be permitted as well. And one could actually maybe think that that would be the case if not for other sentences to tell us otherwise. But in this, the Talmud ends up saying no. Instead, we have to apply a different concept, another one of the 13 principles, namely, when you have something which is in general category, and then we exclude it and specify it, and there's something unique about that, then we say it only applies to that case, and you can no longer assume that all the other laws of the other cases apply to it, unless it's specifically brought back. And therefore we say, when it comes to this woman, the fact that it's specific about her, it's only about her, and therefore none of these laws could possibly be brought over to the general category, or the general category laws to apply to her. So again, we see a glimpse of how sometimes by knowing and understanding the nuances, we can be able to understand how to read the Talmud and learn it properly.